Hi, I'm Paul from Barefoot Athlete, and I'm now going to talk to you about the VivoBarefoot Aqua Lite shoe which has recently come out. I've been wearing these an awful lot for the last 2 weeks and got some quite interesting comments to make about them. The first thing to say that this is now VivoBarefoot's preferred shoe for on-road running on a hard surface. Which is quite interesting really, because to most people it doesn't look an awful lot like a running shoe, but there's an awful lot of characteristics about this that makes it better suited to running on a hard surface than any other shoe that VivoBarefoot makes at the moment. The first thing to comment on is the sole. Now the sole on the Aqua Lite is a 3mm sole, so for example the Evo and the Neo, which are better known, have 4mm soles, whereas this one is 3. So it's, on top of that, I'd also say it's made of a stiffer rubber than the other two. So in terms of proprioception, this is the most proprioceptive sole that VivoBarefoot have got, and it's also the most bendable and pliable sole they have. So just in terms of the sole itself, it's the highest proprioception sole and therefore the best suited to barefoot running. You'll also notice that there's minimal grip on this sole, so whereas if you're running on a slightly slippery surface you'd get on better with a Neo or Evo, or in particular Neo Trail, this is designed for running on a flat surface where you're not worried about grip. The upper of the shoe is made of a combination of synthetic suede over the toe cap and some other sections, and then the other bits are made of microfiber. Now all this material is relatively thin, and as a result of that the weight is very low, so the Aqua Lite is only 190 grams, whereas a similar size pair of Neos would come in at 225 grams, so a fair old difference there. So here for example is a Neo, so this has got the same soles as an Evo, and you see immediately the difference between the two. A lot less in the way of tread, and also a thinner sole, more bendy on the Aqua Lite. And the other interesting thing about the Neo is that this is a much softer shoe than the Neo. The Neo is relatively soft, but when you're wearing this you're really aware of a softness both in the sole and the upper as well. Now you can't see it on this video, but in terms of the inside of the shoe, all of the joins inside the shoe are extremely smooth. You can barely feel any of them, so it's extremely comfortable if you choose to wear it without socks. And I'd also say it's best suited to wearing without the inner sole. So these have had the inner sole removed, and that again increases the level of proprioception. Now there are two particular things that I look for in a barefoot shoe. The one is high levels of proprioception, and the second thing is a nice wide box to the front of the foot to allow your toes to display, and this shoe satisfies those criteria remarkably. So as far as I'm concerned at the moment, this is my favourite road shoe for running it.